season. Snowy weather is on the way, and Ken Garff Automotive Group is always there to help.
Today we have Mike Terry in this sponsored interview to share the steps to get our vehicles ready for winter driving. Welcome, Mike.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Okay, it's time. Winter will be here before we know it. We're in November, so we need to start now.
Indeed, yes. It in some spaces in Utah, it's here. But Park City has snow now.
Up the canyon.
So we're not waiting. We have to look at our tires. Maybe when do we know that we need to change out those tires?
Typically about this time of year. At Subaru, we have lots of folks that switch to winter tires, and we're kind of in the throes of that right now.
And tell us, if we go out right now and inspect our own tire, what is it we're looking for to know, oh, it's time to swap and get all new?
Tread depth is typically the biggest indicator, or any funny wear patterns that are on tires. For example, the inside or the outside's wearing differently than the middle.
Okay, this is the question I think on some people's minds. So mounting snow tire costs, can we store our summer tires because we don't want to throw those away?
Right.
How do we do that? Does it cost a lot?
It typically doesn't cost a lot. Obviously, different brands have different size tires. At Subaru, we have a program where you can store your tires with us, your summer, spring, fall tires.
Oh, you make it easy.
Yeah, lots of our dealerships have that capacity.
Okay, talk to us about those of us that say, oh, I just drive in the valley. Do I need to go to all of that trouble?
Yeah, I mean, based on my experience last year, we all do.
Yes.
Yeah, last winter was very, very long and hard on most of us, even in the valley. But I would say it's just general verification. You know, your wiper blades need to look supple. If it looks like dry skin, it's probably time to inspect them. We still have snow in the valley. And if you have the luxury of kind of hanging out at home until they clear the roads, then you probably don't need to worry. But if you have to be somewhere in the morning, you probably need to verify everything and just make sure you're ready.
And Mike, you gave us a checklist right here. Check those snow tires if you need them. Alignment is key.
Yeah.
And windshield wipers, I think we underestimate how important they are.
Yeah, typically we check those because we have such extreme weather in Utah, hot in the summer and really cold. Those little pieces of rubber that clean the windshield during times of need go through a lot of trauma.
And why do we realize we need a new one when it's too late? And it's it's right there and you can't clear your spot to see. Okay, what about the brakes?
Brakes are important. You know, they're a hydraulic system. And so check the fluids, check your brake pad levels. Those are things that are super important to get your vehicle to stop.
These are things that you can spend a couple of minutes checking, like your lights, but they're so important.
Yeah, absolutely. Those are probably one of the most important things. You know, it gets dark at like 5 o'clock in Utah in the winter.
Come Monday,
exactly.
That's what's going to happen.
When times change, it's a challenge. But in a regular lube oil filter inspection, we do 141 of those things at any Garff store. So you can generally be ready. If it's close to time for an oil change, now's the time.
What's in the emergency kit?
Most of the time, it's just stuff you'd need in case you were stranded. You know, a flashlight, batteries,
a blanket, water.
A blanket, thermal blanket, water, a snack if you need that. I'm not very good for more than 2 hours without a snack anyway, so I make sure I have them.
You and me both. Good tips.
But these are just great reminders. You don't ever want to be in an emergency and say, oh, I should have done this.
Yeah.
And this just takes a minute. Make an appointment with Ken Garff.
Yep. You can do that on kengarff.com. Any of the dealerships are willing to accommodate.
Easy enough. Now is the time. Thank you so much, kengarff.com.
Absolutely, it's my pleasure.
All right, thank you, Mike, and thanks to Ken Garff for sponsoring this interview. Good Things Utah will be right back.